Maya was a beautiful woman in her late 20s, with long flowing hair and eyes that once sparkled with dreams. She grew up in a small town, surrounded by love and laughter. Her parents raised her with kindness, teaching her to see the good in people. She believed in fairy tales, in love that lasted forever. When Maya met Arjun, she thought her dreams were coming true. He was charming, handsome, and spoke to her with words dipped in sweetness. Their wedding was a grand celebration, filled with music, blessings, and promises of a beautiful future. But soon after the wedding, the colors of Maya's world began to fade. The man who once whispered love turned into a stranger she couldn't recognize. Arjun's anger was fierce, unpredictable. It started with harsh words, piercing insults that shattered her confidence. Maya tried to please him, hoping her love would change him. She cooked his favorite meals, wore the clothes he liked, and silenced her own desires to keep him happy. But nothing was ever enough. The first slap came on a rainy evening when she asked him why he was late. It was sudden, shocking, and left her numb. Tears filled her eyes, but Maya didn't dare to cry out loud. Arjun's eyes were cold, his face twisted in anger. He blamed her for his actions, saying she provoked him. Maya believed him, convincing herself that she was at fault. The slaps turned into punches, and the bruises grew darker with each passing day. Maya covered them with makeup, hiding her pain behind fake smiles. She made excuses for his behavior, telling herself that he was just stressed or that it was her duty to endure for the sake of their marriage. Her nights were sleepless, filled with fear and silent sobs. She would curl up on the cold floor, hugging herself as her body ached from the beatings. But the pain in her heart was even worse, the pain of betrayal, of losing herself to someone she once loved. Maya's parents didn't know the truth. She didn't want to worry them or bring shame to her family. In her society, a woman's marriage was her responsibility, her burden to carry. So she suffered in silence, praying for the man she loved to return. But Arjun's cruelty only grew. His words cut deeper than his fists, breaking her spirit bit by bit. He controlled every aspect of her life, who she talked to, where she went, even what she wore. Maya felt like a prisoner in her own home, trapped behind walls that echoed her silent cries. One evening, after a particularly brutal beating, Maya looked at herself in the mirror. Her face was swollen, her eyes hollow. She could barely recognize herself. The girl who once dreamed of love and happiness was now a shadow, lost in pain and despair. In that moment, something inside her broke, not her spirit, but her fear. Maya realized that no amount of love could change a man who chose violence. She deserved better. She deserved freedom, respect, and a life without fear. Summoning courage she didn't know she had, Maya packed her belongings and walked out the door. Her heart raced, her legs trembled, but she didn't look back. She went to her parents, finally revealing the truth she had hidden for so long. They wept with her, holding her as she shattered into tears, but they stood by her, supporting her decision to break free from the chains of abuse. Maya filed for divorce, facing society's judgment with her head held high. It wasn't easy. The journey to healing was long, filled with nightmares and flashbacks. But Maya found strength in her pain, transforming her scars into symbols of survival. She rebuilt her life, piece by piece, rediscovering her voice and her dreams. Maya became an advocate, helping other women who were trapped in silence, just like she once was. Her story was one of pain, but also of hope, courage, and rebirth. Maya's eyes sparkled again, not with dreams of fairy tales, but with the strength of a woman who fought her demons and won. She was no longer a victim, but a survivor, a warrior who found freedom through her own bravery.